This video is just going to take you through what we've done in the lesson today, but explaining how we can use Excel to keep track of our expenses and income for like a live music event. This is for your assignment number 1. So I'll just resize this so it fits on the screen a bit better. Ooh, a bit more. Okay, so Excel is great, as I explained, that you can make decisions based on how changing things will affect the overall total of how an event's going to run. So I've separated my spreadsheet here into expenses on one side and then income on another side. And here I've got a pie chart showing what each of the expenses, how it fits into the overall picture. So what percentage, for example, the band's fees at 750 quid is 44% of the total expenses of the event. And on the other side we've got where the income streams are, and here's just a simple graph so we can visually see where's the money coming from. So advance tickets, door tickets, merch, cake sales. And here I've just done like a big profit loss chart so we can see that we're in the red here. It's just a visual way. Here's the same figure here, but it's sometimes nice to see things represented in a graph. Okay, so I'm going to whisk you through how this all works. First of all, under the expenses, most of these numbers are just numbers I've plugged in. I've worked out from my research that lighting hire is going to cost 150 quid. I can easily change that. I can just type in if it's going to be £200, and as you can see, it updates the total, changes the pie chart, and changes my profit loss, which also changes this. So everything's interconnected. Now, to be able to make these things work automatically, we need to use some formulas. So down here we've got the total of all the expenses, and the formula we use for this is sum, S-U-M. So I'll just delete this and I'll do it again. So the way it works is this is where I want my total to be. I put equals, I type S-U-M, don't need capitals, I open bracket, and then I click on the top of the things I want to add up and I drag down to the bottom. Once I've done that, I just type in a close bracket and press return. So there you go. So now this, if I double click on it, we can see it's adding up all of these numbers. Okie doke. Now I've taken my promo figure here and I've set it's £110, but the promo figure isn't actually just a number I've put in, it's yet another sum. So this promo is a sum of these things here. So the way this works is if I change any of my promo things, say the flyers turn out I've got another company that can do them, but they're going to be more expensive, so it's going to be 35, it will then again affect the promo figure here, which affects everything else. So this is like breaking down one of the figures in this main list of expenses. And you can break stuff down as complexly as you want. You could break the flyers down into how many colour, how many black and white, that sort of thing. This can be really complex, or it can be quite simple like this. You'll notice at the moment that some of these things are formatted right, so it's saying pounds. Some of these things are not saying anything, it's just a number. So if I want to make these to have a pound sign next to them, what I do is I select the numbers, and then I go up to home on here, and where you have the number here, at the moment it's general, just any old number, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to select currency. So now we've got £35, and at the moment it's showing the pence as well. Now I don't want that, we're not bothered about pence. So I click on this one to decrease the number of decimal places, once, twice, and there we go, we've got nice whole numbers. Okie doke, so the next thing is another simple formula, which is just minus. So here my profit or loss is a simple formula which is equals, you always need equals when you do a formula, K10 minus B12. And Excel always shows you what these two things. So there's K10, there's B12. So it's really easy to see to make sure you've set the right cells to be in your formula. So all it's doing is it's taking the total of my income and it's minusing the total of my expenses. And as it goes below 0, I've set it that it just turns red. You could have it saying minus if you wanted, but for now it just goes red. And I've taken this and turned it into a very simple graph so we can see that it goes below 0 by this much. Right then, the next thing is how to add charts. So here we've got this really nice looking pie chart which shows me what percentage of my expenses are being spent on each of the different things. This is called an exploded pie chart. So I'm going to get rid of this, just going to delete it, hopefully. There we go, and I'm going to put it in again. So these are the things I want to include in my pie chart. So I select the text all the way down to my contingency fund, and I select to include the numbers. So I'm not including the title, I'm just doing each thing with the amount next to it. While that's still selected, I go on to charts on this tab at the top, and I select pie chart, and then I'm going to go for a 3D exploded pie. Bam. So there's my pie chart. I can drag it around, put it wherever I want. Makes sense to have it here. And at the moment it's all there, but you can see that there aren't any percentages written on them. As I hover over them you can see the percentage, but I'd like to be able to see the percentage actually on each slice of the pie. So I'm going to control click or right click on the chart, and I'm going to add some data labels, and then I'm going to format my data labels. So my data labels, where are we? It's the number. Oh, here we go. Yeah, labels at the top, and instead of the value, the amount, I'm going to change it to be percentage. Click. There we go. So we can see the percentage of each of the slices of the pie. You can make the chart bigger or smaller if you want. Just normal sort of dragging. That's that one. This one over here is a nice simple like bar graph showing graphically how much money I'm making from each of my income streams. So I'm going to get rid of it again and put it in for you. So same thing here, I select the things that I want on my graph, so the names and the amounts. Go up to charts again, and then I click on, so I get a column, and I'm going to go for, let's go for a 3D clustered column. There we go. And there's our graphical representation of where the money's coming from. So again, as I change these, say I actually managed to sell a load more. Well, say I put my advanced ticket price up to 50 quid. You can see, and maybe I take my door ticket price down, maybe slightly more realistic. So we go down to 60 quid, and we can see now where the money's come from. So maybe I'm not going to sell so many t-shirts, so I'm going to drag that down to 6. And there we go. So there's the amount of price, there's the prices, there's the amount of each one, the money I'm going to make down here. So now the way I've done these, just get rid of those back again. So the way the tickets here work is I've done a simple formula which is to multiply. So instead of actually typing in how much each ticket's going to make me, so for example the door tickets here at 1,200, what I've done is I've set a price for each door ticket. So I've set a price of 6 quid, and I've said I'm going to sell, maybe I'm going to sell 20 tickets on the door, and that shows me that will get me £120, and everything adjusts according to that. So it's another simple formula, and the formula is equals, as always, L4, which is the number of tickets, times by the little star M4, which is the price of each ticket. So as I change the price or the number of tickets, you can see the formula updates. Okay, I think that's just about it.